on episode 3 of Empowering Dreamers. Episode 1 was just me, episode 2 was with Dan, and now we're here with JP. JP, what does JP stand for?
JP is my initials. I'm Johnny Pickett.
Johnny Pickett.
Yep.
That's a good name. And Johnny, do you feel like we're close enough?
Yeah, we're definitely pretty good. We're definitely pretty
just
good.
squeeze up on your lap and get comfortable there. Great. So we're here to talk with Johnny a little bit. Johnny, I mean, real quick, we're going to ask a couple quick questions, but what is it that you're currently doing right now? I understand you have a full-time job, but then you're also working on your side hustle, which is Pick Fitness.
Yes.
So let us know a little bit about that.
So I recently made Pick Fitness April 2018. The whole idea was trying to get normal people to work out and show them how easy it was, how productive it could be, and how little time and effort it actually takes when you get in the right setting. So I decided to take my last name. You know, it'd always be cool to have your last name in lights, right? So Pick Fitness, last name's Pickett. That's kind of how it all started, just like the whole idea.
Right on, yeah. So my last name is Bailey, and I didn't find out until I was in Spain that Bailey is actually an alcoholic beverage, and so is Terry. So
That's what the fridge was full of, huh?
yeah, I don't want to say anything, but since you brought it up. But so you have a full-time job right now. What do you currently do for your full-time job, and then how many hours do you dedicate to Pick Fitness outside of that?
So I actually work a full-time job in a call center. I tried to find where I could make the most money with the least amount of time, so I could put the most time into Pick Fitness. I'm currently scheduled for about 32 hours a week. I work in a call center selling AT&T products. I actually really like it. I know I'm into fitness, but they have a soda fountain, so it's pretty great. It's pretty great. I love the job. And with Pick Fitness, I have a checklist I do every single morning, trying to cover all my bases. And then it's really just a weekend thing right now. So I probably put in 2 to 3 hours every weekend with the actual class. And then daily, I probably put in about 2 hours of work. I put out, my 18 to 20 comments every day on Instagram, trying to influence the community with the Get Pick Fitness page. I make my Twitter post. I'm sure to post ads on KSL or Craigslist for my services every day. I do 2 blog posts every week. It's getpickfitness.wordpress. I also am sure to do a pick tip every single week. So that's just a basic fitness tip, whether it's based on nutrition or quick exercise correction. And those are out on my YouTube, on the Instagram and Facebook pages. So that's all actually done every single day. So pretty extensive, I think.
That's great, yeah, making sure you stay busy. What is your, long-term goal of what you're looking to accomplish with Pick Fitness?
So the long-term goal, it's escalated. It's definitely escalated. It was all just to really crowdfund and to make my own personal training studio where I can train clients really at a reasonable price all the time. But it's escalated to where I actually want to make Pick Fitness like, we probably all heard of Beachbody Bootcamp, similar things. They make their own studios, they make their own facilities. I think it would be awesome to make a similar facility, but under my trade name of Pick Fitness. And of course the brand can always adapt and rebrand, but the long-term goal is to do that, to enable multiple people to even be able to sign on and have Pick Fitness be a boot camp opportunity or a private gym opportunity.
Yeah, and with there being so much in the fitness world, I know because, as you can see, I'm very fit. Don't laugh.
Fitted clothes for sure.
Don't laugh. Yeah. But why did you feel a need for you to get into this industry? And it's a pretty big goal, right? To start something up like that. Why did you feel the need that you needed to do something like that?
We all. I was talking earlier. We all see something where it's like, oh, I could do that better, right?
No.
Whether it's making pizza or making a sandwich at Subway, I could do that better. I've been in so many different states, lived in so many different places, and seeing personal trainers. In the gym, you always see them around, and in my eyes, I'm like, I could do that so much better for that person, and it could be so much easier, not so confusing. And when I figured out pricing schemes, I'm like, I can make a living doing it for cheaper. So that's kind of that's kind of what started me to get the idea of it.
So what is it that you're doing right now? I know that we talked a little bit about long-term goals. So I know you do your Saturday workouts, and you alluded to that earlier. What's, I guess, the compensation structure that you have for yourself with those classes, and then what you're looking to do afterwards?
Yeah. So I started out with like an idea. I started out with a marketer and graphic designer. He's also a really good friend. And he was like, what do you feel like you're worth? And we're going to brand your pricing around that. Like, you know, I would be comfortable, and I feel like I'm worth at least $20 an hour. And I think that's pretty reasonable, right? Yeah. And that's a starting point. Of course, as my skills progress, my certification advances, I'm going to be worth more, but that's where I budgeted everything around. So my boot camps are Saturday, and they're free. It's really about a 45-minute hour workout. Depending on how many people and depending on like the rest times and the demographic, and fitness assessment is free as well. That's free every single Saturday. Now, regarding compensation of me and like what I charge clients, is that what we're trying to figure out?
Yeah.
Okay, so regarding cost per individual, so you can actually attend 3 boot camp workouts weekly. It's actually $100 for a whole month enrollment. So it's relatively a good price. You can get 12 workouts in, it's $100. You'll have 2 certified personal trainers available, at least one with you side by side there. At every workout, we're going to provide water and some kind of snack, whether we provide protein bars or, you know, a quick banana or apple to get you on your way. Makes it super affordable for people, and it pays me and the other person involved $20 an hour and more. It's all based off of at least having 4 people enroll. And so it's really not a huge moneymaker for us, obviously. Like, we really want to get it to where we have multiple sessions weekly, different time slots, 15 people per session, a really great culture. That's the pricing. But I also want to do in-home personal training as well. I've had a few sessions here and there, but I haven't had any steady clients yet. Because that I do it all based off of 2 sessions.
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely. And the reason I ask this, I know sometimes it puts us on the spotlight to talk about pricing and the way our business is structured, but I feel like a lot of our audience will be wanting to do something similar, and I think that's a good process to run it by. Is, hey, how much money do I feel would I be comfortable with to do X, Y, Z, and then structure something around that. I feel like that was a very good counsel that was given to you. And with that, tell us a little bit about your background. I know you said that you've been to a couple different states and seen what has been done there. I mean, were you always just huge? I mean, I know I was.
I'm really not huge.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. Started working out when I was 15 though, really just to look like my brother. Everyone wants to look like their older brother, right?
Not me.
That's right.
Sure your older brother's here, and yeah, that's why I started working out. I didn't really fit in high school, didn't have many friends. Eventually was homeschooled, and then wanted to feel more confident, wanted to feel better about myself, and that's all I knew to do was just to work out. And that's also what I hope I can help people do, is feel better about themselves, more confident, because that's a huge benefit of working out and just understanding it's easier. It's not hard, you know. But no, I've done 4 bodybuilding shows, so I started out just working out, and it kind of escalated from there. Was like, hey, I'm looking pretty good. I'm 18. You know, I'm gonna do a bodybuilding show. Didn't turn out very good. I got last. Then kind of fueled the fire. Then I did it again when I was 19, and then I got a 2nd place trophy, which was cool. But I'm still a teenager. I didn't really place with all the open guys in any weight, any age. Then I competed again at 21, didn't place, but I got to do that with my brother, and that was what's really cool, is because I started working out because of him, and I wanted to be like him, and then we compete on stage together. Like, that was really cool. But at the night show, the finals, I didn't get to go on stage because I didn't place, and he did, so that was kind of a bummer. from there, I did my last bodybuilding show in October of 16. It's 22 then, right? 22. And I got first in the open division, and then I got a second place trophy in my weight division. So you could say I finally won, but I really didn't. I still got second, right? So, and then I'm kind of done competing, honestly. I don't really see a huge need in trying to validate myself anymore. That's kind of what it took for me to get the self-confidence I needed. And I guess that's what it takes sometimes, right? You know, getting on stage and proving something. I don't think that's what it should take, though. I think it's really just a good culture is what it would take to get involved and feel more confident in yourself and feel like you made it. Also tying back into Pick Fitness, that'd be really cool to incorporate. Like, I would think it'd be really cool to be like, hey, let's get you in a really positive culture. Let's get you knowing everyone that comes every Saturday, every week throughout the classes, so that like they can help build your confidence as well as you as them. Really empowering like community. That's what I really want to accomplish with Pick Fitness when I get there.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's one of the things that helps fuel what you really want to do. Is, hey, bottom line, like, I do want to help people to increase their self-esteem. And one of the avenues is community. That's a big thing of what we're trying to do here, is we want to empower dreamers to help them change their status quo through knowledge, which is why we do the interviews, as well as through community, which is why we're going to interact with other people and people can ask questions and be involved in it. And hopefully we have something that's similar. It's, hey, like, here's my goal. Like, oh, cool. I think I can help you out with that. Hey, my goal is I want to get in better shape and have a better self-esteem. It's like, cool. Someone that we talk to does that. Like, here's when they have their training boot camps and they're free to get you started. And then also get you involved with a positive group that's going to help you reach your goals. And I feel like that's one of the keys or one of the components that can help a lot of people be successful. And that being said, JP, I mean, I feel like you're in a cool industry. I mean, I think I could go. Do you think I could compete well in the bodybuilding?
If you have a mentality, yeah.
Yeah, mentality.
Just depends what you want to do.
Yeah, I've got a great mentality, but I don't know if that's going to cut it. But something that I did want to ask about and going a little deeper is, I mean, you mentioned your brother. How have you felt like having that relationship help propel you or help inspire you? And what is it that he's currently doing right now?
So yeah, he actually is super involved. He actually is a part of Pick Fitness on the backside. The backside is obviously diet and more nutrition angled. I really just want to do the physical training because that's what I'm really good at, is pushing people. And he's all the nutrition, and it's not really like a frontline offered thing. It's more like, okay, if you really want more help, okay, what you can do is, he's a dietitian. He's also a firefighter and paramedic right now. So he lives in Arizona, and with his family, he just started a family as like a 4-month-old baby. And that's where he is at. He's helped me through everything. Like, he started getting me working out. He's done my diet for every bodybuilding show I've done. Brings me in great condition. Like, I love it. It's awesome. We talk every single day, and there's really like no secrets between us. So
that's great.
That's kind of where he's at with it, and he's always been there helping me, always asking questions. He's also helped a few clients, a few people. So
that's great. Yeah, I love messing with my brother, but I love working with him as well. I mean, he has his days.
Brothers, right? You have a few brothers.
Yeah, like rabbits.
Yeah.
But something that I had a lot of questions that I asked to numerous people before starting the show and doing what we do there. And a common question was, hey, how do you overcome some of the difficulties? So first, what are some of the difficulties that you faced starting out Pick Fitness? And what's helped you overcome those obstacles? I mean, especially at the beginning phases, is getting a little bit of momentum is one of the hardest things.
So some of the things I've encountered, right? Some of the problems I've encountered, man. Knowing where to go, knowing what price to start out at, knowing what content to put out on social media, like it's so hard. But I guess it just ended up coming out to be myself. Like if people don't like me, I guess it's a bust. But that's kind of what it came out to be. And really, it's been actually really difficult to come out of my shell. Like you think, you know, restaurant-wise, I've always thought, you build it, they'll come, right? So I thought, okay, I'll make the brand, you know, I'll make it look really good. I'll put it out everywhere. I'll make an online website, a store, and everyone will just come. You know, they'll see me, they'll be like, oh, I want to work out with Johnny. But they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't. So I really had to hit the pavement with my feet, you know, start the blog post, put out consistent content, make people aware. When I started, I was like, I don't want to do a blog, I don't want to do flyers, I don't want to do any of that. But it's come to where I am doing all of that. So those are definitely issues I've encountered. Recently this week, I really hit the pavement. We got some flyers printed, some different ads running, really making in-person contacts with businesses, literally going like B2B, offering my service, giving a protein bar, being like, hey, tell all your other employees, like at least let's get some people out there, let me show you what we can do, maybe it can be a benefit for you. So networking has been an issue, finding the market. I haven't really had a lot of middle-aged people who don't really work out in my life. Yeah. I'm kind of the other way. I'm kind of in the fitness industry, so everyone I know goes to the gym or knows what they're doing. It's really difficult for me to find people like you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're a rare breed. But I think that's great, and I want to know a little bit about your inner dialogue. that was a cold one. With your inner dialogue, what is it that, so, hey, crap, people aren't showing up to I put something out there, people didn't show up. Paul's my brother, he's a loyal friend, so he showed up. So what is that, in B2B, just a clarification, B2B means business to business, not everyone knows that. But what's that inner dialogue that you're having when it's, hey, and this is a little harder than I thought it would be, like what helped you to overcome that hurdle? Like internally, what were you saying to yourself?
Man, I use all the skills I learned. I mean, when I was 16, I wanted to work at a gym really bad, and my dad was like, okay, so you want to work somewhere, you need to apply. I'm like, okay, and that's it. Like, no, after you apply, you need to follow up. You need to get in your best dress. You need to go with a resume in person and be like, hey, I applied. I wanted to know what's going on, you know, how I can get an interview with the manager here. Manager's there, sometimes you can get an interview on spot. You know, if not, sometimes you have to go back 2 or 3 times. Like, that's how you really get a job, because if you're willing to do that, you're willing to be a better employee. You know, it's common, it's like a given. I also did door-to-door sales for a few different companies. Really 2 summers. I worked for Vivint briefly, I worked for Dish for a summer, and I worked for Altera Pest Control for a summer. Door-to-door, it doesn't get more upfront than that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm bugging you at your home. When you just got home from work, I want to sell you something. This is the benefit though, check it out. So, using the skills I have, that I've experienced, hitting the pavement, you know. I had a lot of positive feedback just this week. Talking to people directly, giving them a flyer, making that personal contact. And that's what's my favorite. I'm going to elaborate a bit more on that. My first marketing idea was I'm going to print shirts, and on the back of all my shirts I'm going to have free fitness assessment and workout every Saturday with my contact information on the back. You know, that was like my thing. And so I printed, 10 shirts with that, and I wear those shirts, and I'm like, people approach me in public, I'll go to In-N-Out and I wear a tight shirt, and I'll get bumped into and be like, oh, you must work out. But it stopped.
I get that too.
It stopped happening. it stopped happening for some reason, you know. As soon as, you know, it's like business oriented, people stopped talking to me and asking me in public. So I changed the shirts. Okay, you can see the back of this one. It's just pretty plain now. It's a bit better route, but that was the whole way I was going to go about marketing, was just talk to people and create that one-on-one interaction, because that's what's really going to get people to come. Like, just like going to the business and like asking for a job, like that's what's going to get you a job. It's also a problem I've encountered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. And I think we touched on it. I just want to go a little bit deeper. So when you have this, oh man, like it's not working how I wanted it to work, you go back to, hey, I've done some harder things in the past. I've done door knocking. I learned some diligence when I was trying to get my job at the gym. So you reflect a little bit on your past experiences. Does that sound right?
I never got a job at that gym though. I'm just saying.
Okay. I think let's clarify.
When I was 16.
Yeah. All right. But I still think that's interesting. It's, hey, reflecting on past principles that I've learned. And is that always your, hey, I mean, I feel like a lot of us are going to be in the process of, I don't know whether I should do this, or I just started and I don't know whether to give up or not. I just want to go a little deeper on that internal dialogue that you have when those questions that, I mean, I think they're inevitable when anyone's starting a business. So you reflect a little bit on those past experiences. What else do you do?
So I've actually had this happen a lot in my head, where it's like, should I even try doing this? I have had that happen a lot.
Yeah.
Man, it's been hard actually. Like, why am I doing this? Like, so many other people are in better positions on social media or networks if they did this and tried. But then looking around, no one's doing this. Like, I don't see anyone offering, like, I don't see any personal trainers offering free workouts, let alone like a free boot camp oriented workout outside, you know, in a really great setting, hyped up music, and you get protein bars and cold waters after. Like, it sounds like a no-brainer to go to, right? Be cool. It's a cool date idea.
Yeah.
Invite your girl, you know. But yeah, that's kind of what just brought it up. I mean, someone's got to do it. Why wouldn't I have a shot? That's kind of how I've gotten out of that funk. And then even recently this week, I've been like, this is getting difficult. You were putting in so much effort to just try and get people to come for free. And of course, it's going to turn into signed contracts. But at the same time, I'm like, I could do so many other things. But then again, I love working out. I love working out with people and pushing people and yelling at people. So the inner dialogue, how I've overcome it, it's really just been like, let's just roll the dice. Someone's got to do it, so why not me?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. I think it's good to reflect that question. Sometimes it's just a matter of making sure that we're asking ourselves the right questions. And I think that you exemplified, hey, why not just roll the dice? Why not just take action? And I think that's really one of the biggest keys to success, is just putting your leg out there and doing it.
That's the entrepreneur, I guess, mindset, right? It's just taking a risk and just rolling the dice and trying your hardest at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're doing. I mean, we're here at my brother's kitchen, and we don't have the highest gear. I look forward to a year from now when I can see some of my old videos and laugh at dumb things that I've done, and I try to lie to people and tell them I worked out. I look forward to those moments, and I think it's important that we reflect that and value the process. And I look forward to you saying, oh man, like I remember when I had to freaking hit the ground running and put up 300 flyers, and I remember when I had to reach out and do 30, 40, 50 comments a day to just put myself into conversations on social media to have these different things happen. And I think that's the exciting part, is at the end of the day is looking to the future, but valuing the process. And that's something that we really want to emphasize. And we feel like that you've done a good job exemplifying that. And we want to thank you for your time, JP. I mean, I know you have 100 different things that you can be doing, and coming here and reflecting a little bit about that, showing people that are in the process that it's not just, hey, you have to be a millionaire and for us to show anything. It's, hey, we're in the process. We're all in our own way trying to do something and trying to accomplish something, and that you've done a good job doing that. So we appreciate you coming out here to our episode 3. And if you need anything, like we're more than welcome to talk about it. And I'd love to talk to you a little bit later about some affiliate marketing ideas that came to my mind as we were talking.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, really appreciate your time, and I thank you guys all for tuning in. Like I said, we wanted to make sure that we have this community. So part of it's going to be my brother told me to smile. Part of it's going to be through the comments that we have on our Facebook, our YouTube, Instagram, as well as we're eventually going to be creating our private Facebook groups where we can create a good controlled environment to help other people out. So please feel free to participate, whether, hey, you feel like you can add value to someone else's life and give back there, or whether it's, hey, I feel like I need a little bit of help, like who else can help me out there? And then mutually we can help each other out. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time.